Good morning, everyone. Curry College Chief Weather Forecaster Joe Shaka here. Take a look at the GFS 6-seed run here, days 0 through 5. And I want to try to get across in this video here how challenging the days 10 to 15 and probably even days 10 to 20 are between the European, the GFS, and the Canadian here in the Northeast as they try to, as some of these runs try to blast a trough that sits out here in the south of Greenland, tries to put this trough in the Northeast. But other than that, much of the country is going to be warm. So very interesting times coming for New England. I think New England could have a hard time warming up the next couple of weeks. So here is the days 0 through 5. Look like this on the 6C GFS. Here's how it looks at 500 millibars. You can see the nice ridge is going to get very warm this weekend in the Northeast. I mean, widespread 70s all the way up in the southern New England here. So this is a very warm pattern. And we know that days 0 through 5, we can see that here. But it's going to get cold in the south because there's going to be a wedge that comes in down here. But this is going to be warmer here up in here in the Northeast. This is because it includes today and the next 2 days. But this weekend, it's going to be really warm in here. I guarantee you that. It's going to be nice and warm. Take a look at days 0, 5 through 10. Looks like this. You can see here the warmth that's coming into the west in the plains. You can see the warmth here. Let's take a look at the 500 millibar. And here's the problem, folks. Here's the problem. This trough gets in here. This ridge goes back to the west. This gets up into western Canada. And it's the pattern that continues to repeat itself. When the ridge goes up, a trough comes down, and that trough seems to be aimed over the Northeast. Now, again, here's the temperature period. You can see where that trough is. You can see that cool air. Then days 10 to 15 look like this if the mouse pad doesn't keep slipping away on me. Days 10 to 15, temperature anomalies look like this. Much of the country warmer than average. Again, here is the problem here in New England, where it is continuing to be cooler than normal or at normal. And then here's how it looks at 500 millibars. You can see here the Greenland block coming up here, all this height and the major ridge that's going to be here. But again, here in New England, we're going to have to watch this trough. It's probably going to be deeper here. And then as we take a look at the 5-day chunk going days 11 through 16, you can see pretty much a similar idea. There's going to be this troughiness sitting over the Northeast. And that's going to, I think, shut down some major warm-ups. And again, even though it doesn't show it right now through days 11 through 16 on the GFS, I know, seeing the pattern, this is going to end up getting deeper in here. So looks like the last 10 days of April, 5 to 10 days of April, it probably is going to be much cooler than average in parts of the Northeast. So let's take a look here at the Canadian. Same thing, the Canadian. And let's take a look here at the temperature, 5-day period, days 0 through 5. Exact same thing. You can see the trough coming in here. You can see the cooler than average weather associated with the wedge that's going to be coming down to the southeast. 5-day anomalies. Again, nice and warm here. Look like the GFS there, GFS. Let's go to days 5 to 10. And there's, again, that trough. And then there's it stronger with the ridge in western Canada. So this pattern signals some much cooler than average air. Again, coming into the Northeast. Here's the 5-day temperatures. Still warm, but it's coming. It's coming. Once goes the ridge, the cold will come in behind. And then days 10 to 15 look like this. And temperatures. Now, again, I can't put the European up here, but here's the Canadian days 10 to 15. This is actually 14 to 15. This is what I want. Days 10 to 15. You can see this cool air lurking around in here. And again, much of the country warmer than average. And then here's how it looks at 500 millibars. You can see, again, that trough sitting in there. And then this large-scale ridging. And then the Greenland block sitting up in here. And then finally, the last stretch of this, we'll take a look at days 11 through 16. You can see the cool air around New England. I mean, this is spotty and all that, but you get the general idea how this cold can easily come in New England. And then this is how it looks at 500 millibars, how this trough can just drop on in and basically cut down any warm-up. But with all this negative, all this positive height in here, you get a negative here. That negative is probably going to drop on down. So we'll see what happens. But again, looks like the last 5 to 10 months of April could be cooler than average for the Northeast. But other than that, much of the country, much warmer than average. Thank you for watching.